Hi everyone. Today we're talking about one of my very least favorite trans subjects. And it's a really important subject. This is a real issue for trans people on a pretty much daily basis for the majority of transgender people. And that is access to public bathrooms, public locker rooms, any of these gendered facilities. The reason it is one of my least favorite topics is because it should not have to be an issue at all. No one should care at all what restroom another person wants to use or belongs in, because it genuinely does not affect the rest of us at all. However, there are people who actively harass trans people or physically assault them or try to pass lots of legislation to prevent them from using the appropriate restrooms. So that's why it's my least favorite topic, because it annoys me so much that it has to be a topic, and that trans or genderqueer non-binary people really have to dedicate so much time and energy to this issue and just existing. So I am not going to tell you anything that lots of other people are not already saying about this topic. What I do want to tell you about are two of my favorite resources available to help trans people navigate public spaces like restrooms or locker rooms. So the reason that both of these are resources I really like is that they are pretty accessible to most people, and they are something that genderqueer people can access, binary trans people can access, gender fluid people, and cisgender people. They are both easy ways for you to help support trans people in this realm of their lives. So number one is a campaign called I'll Go With You. These are their buttons, and what you can do is purchase these for, I think they're just $1 a piece. They're really cheap. So buy like 5 or 10 and hand them out to your friends. So when you see anyone, if you are a trans, genderqueer, gender fluid type person, and you see someone who is wearing one of these, they've got one on their backpack, whatever, that is a sign to you that person is a trans ally who will go with you into a public restroom if for any reason you are not comfortable going there yourself. You can just say, hey, I noticed your button. Do you mind going with me? Super simple, right? So I actually do use both men's and women's facilities if a gender neutral option is not available, which is quite often, unfortunately. So I also use these because I'm pretty comfortable in most situations using either restroom. So it's a way for me to assist other people who are somewhere on the trans spectrum. But really, they're designed for cisgender people mostly to be allies, or if you don't like that term, just supportive, good, nice people. So again, I'll Go With You. Their website will be in the description. Buy lots of these, give them out to people, tell them what they're for. Oh, and the other thing about this is it can also be kind of subtle. So if you are concerned about like outing of any kind, unless people are paying attention to these issues specifically, they're gonna think it's a band or something. And so it's I feel like it is a not completely discreet way, but a pretty discreet way to also, be supportive or to ask for support without just having to completely out yourself. So that's resource number one. Resource number two does not have a visual aid, but it is a free app for your phone. It is called Refugee Restrooms, and all it is, well, not all because I couldn't design it, but what it does is it's a mapping app that maps gender neutral restrooms. I'm pretty sure it's worldwide mapping. So if you are in need of gender neutral facilities, so as a side note, this is designed specifically for trans people, but there are lots of other people who can use this. Caretakers of small children, caretakers of senior citizens or adults who maybe need some type of assistance in a restroom or a locker room and may not always be able to be with someone of the same sex or gender. So it's helpful to a lot of people, which I think is super rad and makes me like it even more. So the app is free. I know it is available for iPhone and Android. I don't know about other services. And how it works is very simply, if you are out and you use a gender neutral facility or just happen to see a gender neutral facility, click on the app. It uses your location, so I don't even think you have to know a specific address. Indicate, hey, there's a gender neutral restroom here. You can also specify if it is accessible, any kind of special circumstances, like you have to be a paying customer, or if there's anything else that you think might be relevant. And once it's on the map, other users can indicate if they had a positive or negative experience there. So then as a user, what I can do is maybe I am at a restaurant and it only has gendered facilities, and for whatever reason, I'm not comfortable using one of those. But I pull up Refugee Restroom app and I see, hey, 2 blocks away, there is a coffee shop with a gender neutral restroom. So we're going to stop in there and everything's fine. Again, it's subtle, it's free, and absolutely anyone can and should use it because it's only effective if people are adding these restrooms to the map. So again, that will also be, the link to their website will be in the description because you can add places directly from the web online if you happen to know them or if you forgot while you were out. And from their website, you can also download those apps. So again, I'll go with you. Refugee restrooms are 2 really great ways for absolutely anyone to support genderqueer, non-binary, trans people who really should be able to use a restroom in peace and not be afraid of assault or having their human rights violated because some weird conservative group wanted to limit which restroom a elementary school student could use. So obviously this gets me a little fired up because it shouldn't be an issue, and it is. So one more time, in the description, I'll go with you. Refugee restrooms, great ways to be a friend and ally, to help others and support trans people, which is always great. So I will talk to you all soon. Good night.